There's this one red pill guy who's saying that chivalry is dead and women actually have killed chivalry. He's saying that women deserve less. When you embody these kinds of red pill philosophy, when you embody these ideologies, what you're doing is you are bearing hatred, you're bearing jealousy, resentment, and all the negative emotions towards 50 percentage population of the entire world. That is going to make you a very angry, bitter, resentful man. And what happens is when you start to bear all these kinds of negative emotions, these negative emotions are going to get impressed in your subconscious mind. And I have already told you in so many of my videos that your subconscious mind is the portal through which your personal reality is created. Your personal world is nothing but just a projection from your own subconscious mind. So if your subconscious mind is containing all these kinds of negative feelings, negative emotions, anger, resentment, hatred, your personal reality is going to be shit. And what do I mean by personal reality? Anything that you perceive to be physical in your reality is your personal reality. So your body is physical, right? So even your body, your external circumstances, all these things are projected from your own subconscious mind. So it's not a surprise that you're having panic attacks at night, you're having a lot of anxious thoughts, you're not able to control all of these bodily symptoms of anxiety like knot in your stomach and throat and sweating from your face, because your subconscious mind bears all the negative emotions because you have followed these stupid red pill ideologies. So even I used to follow red pill ideology 4 years back when I was training to become a doctor in a medical school. But then I had a panic attack, and none of these stuffs like hypergamy, monkey branching, male female dynamics, all these bullshit red pill ideologies and alpha male stuff, nothing actually helped me to overcome my panic attacks. So I naturally started to study emotions, consciousness, spirituality, religion. But when you start to study religion, there are a lot of stupid religious people, right? So I had a lot of trouble finding the actual knowledge about how this consciousness, how human consciousness works, what what happens when you don't take proper control of your mind. So I had some trouble finding the good spiritual mentors, but naturally, I had such a strong intention, such a strong desire to overcome my panic attacks that I started to find really good spiritual mentors like Osho, Sadhguru, J. Krishnamurti. Also, I found other Western spiritual teachers like Neville Goddard and Joe Dispenza who focus on the manifestation aspect of spirituality. So, I have studied all of these people, all of their books, all of their videos, and I have distilled down all of their teachings into three simple steps. If you just master these three simple steps, I promise you, you're going to overcome your panic attacks. But before you actually do these three simple steps, understand two principles that is going to change your life. The first principle is your physical universe that you deem to be so physical that you perceive through your five senses is actually not physical, is actually immaterial. It is mental and it is spiritual. What you have to understand is there is only one thing that exists here, only one thing in the existence, and that is cosmic consciousness. Everything that you can see through your eyes, perceive through your senses, is just a manifestation of that cosmic consciousness. Every living thing, every inanimate thing is just a manifestation of that one cosmic consciousness. This is the reason why universe is completely spiritual. And what do I mean by universe is mental? Your subconscious mind is a spark of that cosmic consciousness. So if you can write new programs in your subconscious mind, you are directly communicating with cosmic consciousness, and everything that you want in your life, including freedom from panic attacks, will materialize into existence. The second principle is feeling is the secret of creating the life of your dreams. Your subconscious mind only receives mental imagery and feelings. So if you eliminate one aspect from these two things, either mental imagery or feeling, your subconscious mind doesn't really understand your command. Actually, feelings are the more important one than mental imagery, because if you can just impress positive feelings in your subconscious mind, good things will naturally start to happen to you. Because right now your subconscious mind is impressed with bad emotions, bad feelings. That is the reason why all the negative things are happening to you. So if you can just impress good feelings in your subconscious mind, everything will change. Suddenly, positive circumstances will be attracted towards you. Suddenly, all of your physical symptoms of anxiety and panic attacks will start to disappear. And naturally, when your subconscious mind has so much positive emotions, anxiety and panic attack cannot coexist in your body. That's a given. So, based on these two principles, there are three steps of meditation process that you need to do in order to completely overcome your panic attacks. The first step is relaxation. The way to relax is through yoga nidra. People like Dr. Andrew Huberman have been calling this yoga nidra as non-sleep deep rest protocol, but it is just yoga nidra, yogic sleep. What happens is, in yoga nidra, you are rotating your awareness all over your body until you achieve a state of relaxation, both in mind and body. And what happens is, when you do yoga nidra properly, your brain will start to create this beautiful, coherent, slow alpha waves and theta waves. Alpha waves helps your brain to visualize things very easily. And when your brain is producing theta waves, the door between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind is wide open. Your conscious mind, which is present in the prefrontal cortex, is responsible for visualization, responsible for imagination, and your subconscious mind is responsible for communicating with that cosmic consciousness in order to bring physical changes in your life. So if you just imagine wonderful things from your conscious mind and are able to impress all of this mental imagery in your subconscious mind, you're writing new programs in your subconscious mind. You're communicating with cosmic consciousness in order to bring positive changes in your life. You're communicating with divinity, source of divinity, that is cosmic consciousness, in order to heal your panic attacks. So do yoga nidra, as I have linked in the description box down below. There's a video on how to do yoga nidra properly. The second step is visualization. You need to start to imagine now that you are already the type of person that you desire to be, and you're already doing the things that you want to do. Start to visualize that you're a calm, happy, relaxed, joyful, empowered version of yourself who is no longer suffering from panic attacks. Start to imagine what are the things that you're going to do in your world now that you have become this amazing, upgraded version of yourself. Maybe you're going to go to places that previously used to trigger your panic attacks and anxiety and talk to people very confidently with your chest out in that visual scenario. Maybe you're going to notice that your breathing rate has relaxed a lot. Maybe you're going to notice that your pulse rate is just 70 beats per minute in your visual scenario. Right now it's probably 100 plus. Start to visualize that it is just 70 beats per minute. Start to visualize that you are now capable of doing everything that you're currently not able to do because you're inflicted with mental pain. Start to Imagine that you're telling your friends and family, guys, you do not have to worry about me anymore. I'm completely fine. I'm completely okay. I do not need any anxiety medications. I do not need to go to therapy sessions. Start to hear your friends and family say to you, compliment you on how you have changed as a person so fast, so drastically. They're complimenting you on how peaceful, on how relaxed you have become lately. And maybe in your visual scenario, you can teach them this two principle, and these three steps. And they're all happy. You can see all of your loved ones smiling and becoming happy for you. Right now, currently, maybe you're not able to drink coffee. Right now, currently, you're not able to maybe date people. Start to date amazing, wonderful, romantic partner in your imaginal act. Start to touch their hair, start to kiss them, start to smell their perfume, start to hear them compliment you on how relaxed, on how peaceful, on how powerful of a human being you are. Start to drink coffee, start to smell the aroma of coffee, and say to yourself, finally, I have become free from panic attacks. Start to imagine that as soon as you wake up in the morning, you have a big smile on your face, and you're saying to yourself, finally, I do not have any anxious thoughts in my head. I'm not suffering from any physical symptoms of panic attacks and anxiety. Finally, I had a good night's sleep. Start to visualize that as you go to bed at night, you're just smiling to yourself and you're saying to yourself, wow, I had an amazing day. The way to make your imaginal act really strong is by providing all the sensory vividness to your imaginal act. The things that you can see after you have become this upgraded version of yourself. The things that you can hear, smell, taste, and touch. When you imagine this way, your brain will start to lose its distinguishing ability between what an imagined act is and what an experience that you have in this three-dimensional world of mortality. So your brain will start to create neural networks that reflect like all of your imaginal act is actually happening to you in real time. Now the third step is mental rehearsal. Keep mentally rehearsing all of this imaginal act over and over and over again. With enough mental rehearsal, your neural network starts to become hard, set, and permanent. And when that happens, your neural network is going to send a rush of chemicals down your body. These chemicals are going to create feelings in your body. And these feelings are going to be equivalent to your imaginal act. Your imaginal act signified to your subconscious mind that you're now an upgraded version of yourself. You're completely free from panic attacks. Everything in your life is wonderful. So, of course, you are going to feel the equivalent feelings of joy, happiness, gratitude, and empowerment. And the moment you start to feel all of these elevated emotions of gratitude, joy, empowerment, your healing begins. We have this stupid idea that we need to await healing, we need to await success from this three-dimensional world in order to feel thankful, in order to feel happy. Especially in red pill ideology, we're always told to hustle, we are always told to grind, we're always given a new destination, and only after achieving that destination we are allowed to feel happy. But no, if you are creating your life by connecting with that cosmic consciousness, by creating theta waves in your brain through wonderful uses of your human imagination, the first thing that you must do is embrace the emotions of your imaginal act. Only then, whatever you have imagined will materialize into three-dimensional reality. So get really good at sustaining these elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, and empowerment. Because right now you can just sustain the emotion of anxiety, worries, and concern for no reason. Nothing in your life needs to happen, but you can still feel anxious for no reason because anxiety has become a second nature to you. For a very long period of time, what you have done is practice imagining the worst case scenarios of your life and consciously or unconsciously embrace emotions from them. I have given you the tools, three-step tools to just do the opposite. So just show up every day. Do these three simple steps at least 2 times a day, as soon as you wake up in the morning and as you go to bed at night. Because these 2 times are the windows where your brain is naturally trying to produce theta waves. So do not lose these 2 windows. And whenever free time you get during the day, do these three simple steps because you need to get really proficient at holding your attention on the desired imaginary scenario to derive feelings from it. Until and unless your attention is properly kept at imaginal act, you cannot derive feelings from it. You cannot impress your subconscious mind with positive emotions. And right now, your attention span is cooked because modern world has been providing us all sorts of instant gratification. TikToks, Instagram reels, drugs, alcohol. But you need to be able to keep your attention on the imaginal act to derive feelings from it. And the only way to do that is becoming really proficient at holding your attention by following these three simple steps. If you just show up every day, your attention span will naturally start to lengthen. And one day or one night, when you keep your attention on the desired imaginal act where you're already free, that is the moment change will happen. That is the moment healing will happen instantaneously. It is that simple. But still people do not do it because this, oh my god, this is so simple. Still people do not do it because nobody teaches you how powerful emotions are. Especially in red pill ideology, we are told to suppress emotions. We are told that only females can be emotional, but emotions are the drivers of your life. Emotion can be the biggest blessing of your life if used properly. So please do not underestimate the power of emotion. Change your life through cultivating positive emotions by closing your eyes, making your inner experience very real. And please overcome your panic attacks through by following these three simple steps. Now, I have made a ton of different videos on how to completely overcome your panic attacks. But if you still feel like you cannot do it alone, then I have my Gmail or my WhatsApp, my Telegram, my Viber, all in the description box down below. Message me and then we can get started right away. I will provide you one-to-one online coaching. Remember, sky is the limit once you truly know how to imagine correctly and feel the emotions of your desired imaginal act correctly. Subscribe and I will see you in the next video.